Hey everybody. Okay, I literally went live for 30 minutes on the wrong channel. So I have been talking to absolutely no one, and I did the entire book study by myself. So here we are. I think we're live, and I think I have enough battery in my light. I have no idea. If anybody's there, welcome. I know I said, there you are. Hi, everybody. Sorry about that. I pushed the wrong, but hi, welcome, welcome. I went live on the wrong YouTube channel. I went live on my old radio one, and it was a mausoleum. I was like, I had a fantastic rehearsal, though. It's great. And I ended it, and I thought, oh, well, it's awfully quiet, so that's okay. So anyway, welcome, both of you, whoever is here. Oh boy, we had it was really good, and it was fun to be able to have a rehearsal like that. It was literally like a live rehearsal. But welcome to Yogi Theosophy. We're going to be doing Light on the Path. Hang on. Hi, good morning. Hi, Larry. Hi, Larry. I went live on the wrong channel. And I didn't notice until it was uploading, and then I thought, my God, why and what? And now I can see the comments, and oh, for God's sake. Anyway, it forced me to have a proper setup. We are going to do Light on the Path. Light on the Path is a very thin, tiny little theosophical classic, but it is a powerfully sacred text. And it is, I know it might be showing up backwards, so here's what it looks like, Light on the Path. You can get your copy. They're always going to be free in the Yogi Theosophy bookshop, and I'm very glad to see a few of you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name, I don't really talk about what my name is over here on this channel, because all you need to know is I'm a former broadcaster, and I'm using my voice for something that I feel is important and worthy of sharing. So I have found and come across these teachings and applied them, and they have changed my life in such a humongous way that I wish to share them with you. And so I'm bumbling through these live feeds trying to figure out, how it works. So I thought maybe over here on YouTube, we do the recorded studies of Key to Theosophy. I do those. I try to get them up every 2 weeks. But this one, I thought I'd try, because it's little, but it's not little. What's in it is not little, but it is a short text, but it is a powerfully sacred text. And for those of you wishing to begin the study of Theosophy, Theos meaning gods, Sophia meaning wisdom, this is the root, if you will, of all the world's religions. This is ancient, archaic. It is not just a movement at the end of the 19th century, but a lot of really important parts of it came through then, like the Secret Doctrine and stuff like that. So this has been around forever. Bhagavad Gita, Plato, Paracelsus, ancient Egypt. Anyway, okay, so if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to share. Any advice, any critique, I'm certainly open to that. But if you haven't got your copy yet, you can go to yogitheosophy.com, and in the bookshop, there's a free PDF of this book. Ebooks will always be free of all of them. Cliff Notes version is the book that I first stumbled across back in 2004 at the old Bodhi Tree bookstore in Santa Monica. I came across this book and just by accident, and it was it literally was pointing towards Light on the Path, which then led to the further theosophical study, and it was a life changer. So I have republished that so I could voice it and put it up free on YouTube. And so anyway, it tells a little bit of that story here. So I called this, it's Yogi Philosophy and Oriental Occultism. Don't freak out about that. But these are elementary. This is an elementary book on the teachings, and it was they're pointing towards this book, always talking about this light on the path, theosophical classic. What's theosophy? So I did take the course in theosophy through the London Lodge. I studied here at the local lodge, and I was just hungry for more. I was absolutely passionately driven to find out more because it felt so good. The more I applied it, the more I became it, the more my life improved. That does not mean that crappy things didn't happen. Life will still throw you horribly painful curveballs. And when life is good, you get to rest. When life is difficult, you are learning. That is a cycle. that never stops. It nearly drove me to madness, believing that it would stop. It's not going to stop. When it's good, it'll get bad again. And when it's bad, don't worry, it'll get good again. But don't expect one to stay the same. It's like expecting the daytime to always be daytime. It's not always going to be daytime. All right, night will come, the night will go, same thing. So anyway, we're going to start with the introduction that Helena Petrovna Blavatsky said about this. I gave you the introduction from Ramacharaka in the last video. Please, if you have any comments or commentaries, please feel free to type, or if you're just going to hang out with me, that's cool too. Either way, just welcome, welcome. Okay. It was really funny, though, what happened. I wish you were here for the horror. But, you know, if you don't do things like that, you don't, whenever anything goes wrong, you always learn. And remember, I just said that. So this is a true jewel belonging to and emanating from the same school of Indo-Aryan and Buddhist thought and learning as the teachings in the Secret Doctrine. So if you would like to get your copy and study along, you're welcome to. You can come back and revisit this video, but we're just going to start at the very, very beginning. These rules are written for all disciples. Attend you to them. Disciple meaning pupil. That's it. It doesn't have to be the 12 disciples. It's a pupil, a student. Okay. So these rules are written for all disciples. Attend you to them. And even though this text is short, it is powerful, and upon revisiting or re-listening, I've voiced it and I put it up on this channel so you can listen to it if you want to. And even when I listen to what I recorded and edited, I can still learn new things. It reveals itself in ways that, I don't know, it's like multi-layered, but in dimensions. And the more that what I'm doing in my personal life, the more I align that, like removing drugs and alcohol, removing lust and stupidity, and then removing meats and dairy products. It changes. It does. When you become compassion, compassion comes closer to you, and these teachings get more and more clear. So anyway, let's start with the very beginning of it, saying here, these are going to sound very paradoxical. They're going to sound, what the hell does that mean? So I'm going to give you just my take on it, and I'll also be happy to tab from you if you'd like to type some thoughts. We can talk about that as well. That would be great. But try not to listen with this mind, okay? The intellectual mind, the cerebral mind. Listen with the heart mind. And you listen with the heart mind. It's much different. It doesn't. I don't care whether you can memorize these or not. Can you implement them? Can you become them? And can you meditate on them and discern them and figure them out that way? So before the eyes can see. Okay, don't think about your physical eyes, but before the eyes can see, they must be incapable of tears. Now that is just on the very first page of this book. Before the eyes can see, they must be incapable of tears. What does that mean? Does anybody want to say something yet? What does that mean to you? To me, and it is my understanding that to be incapable of tears doesn't mean that you'll never cry or something won't hurt your feelings or you won't suffer. But incapable of tears, meaning taking it personally in this vessel that we are in. We've been told that we are the temple, we are a vessel, we are a biological supercomputer, a spiritual supercomputer that is here to observe on this planet and figure out who we are, why we are, what we are, how we are, and how come we are. Welcome to 4 of you. That's the most I've ever had on YouTube. Welcome. So before the eyes can see, they must be incapable of tears. To me, that means the grieving over the things that happen in the physical world. I just saw that I froze. I don't know if that's still, if I'm choppy, I'm sorry about that. The pains of the physical world, not the physical pains, not the, like if you're, you have stomach cancer and you're in a lot of pain, not that kind of pain, but the psychological pain, like of relationships, of personal attachments in this world, of crying about things that wound your individual self. When you feel that you've been wronged and you are hurting and crying about yourself, when you can release your attachment and realize you're a part of a much bigger picture and that it isn't all about you. Oh, not have no emotions, because emotions will come. It's how you react with those emotions, how you how you act and how you react are in your control. How everybody else acts is not. But releasing your personal attachment to the outcome. So it says, before the eyes can see, before these teachings can become more clear to you, realign yourself with a bigger purpose and not all about yourself. So not be non-emotional, but to release your attachment from being an individual that is offended. Like the next thing that's coming, before the ear can hear, it must have lost its sensitiveness. So before you can truly have these teachings, so before you can truly have these teachings come through, now you can learn things at any level, and this is only my understanding, and my own personal application and journey, and current understanding, personal application and journey, and current understanding in September of 2018. Now I will revisit this book if I'm alive next year, and new things will come out, which is the craziest thing. So at my understanding now, with you here, before the ear can hear, it must have lost its sensitiveness. So meaning that when you hear things, when you are hearing things, whether, no matter what it is, the news, politics, a religious view, are you taking it personal? Are you internalizing that and taking offense? Because you cannot be offended unless you take it personal, and nothing is personal. I know that you've heard that before. That is an ancient wisdom. Nothing is personal. Everybody says, well, how is that possible? When you start to understand that it isn't personal, even if it's your spouse or even if it's somebody super, super close to you, the only thing that people can do is be a representation of what they are at the moment. So what comes out of my mouth can't offend you unless you take it personal. What comes out of somebody else's mouth can't offend you unless you take it personal, and it isn't personal. I'm always trying to learn that. Always. It's always a work in progress. It's never mastered. Like when with my son or my husband, I'm like, that is personal. There's no way. And I'm thinking this in my mind. But then I'm thinking, they have a view, they have a perception of what they're looking at, and that is their truth. So remember, there's three sides to every story: your side, their side, and the truth. So if you can pull yourself back and come back up into this observation where you're observing more than just your own internal self, your sensitiveness, releasing your attachment for it to be all about you. You need to pull back a little bit and realize you're part of a much, much bigger something. So before the voice can speak, this is a big one here, before the voice can speak in the presence of the masters. Now, before you freak out and worry about that, and who are these masters? Well, they've come throughout the ages. They are the elder brothers and sisters of humanity, those who are a little further down the path, wise men and wise women, sages, teachers. You can call them avatars if you wish. Some of the world's religions are built on them, but they are not exclusive. They're inclusive. So before the voice can speak in the presence of the masters, it must have lost the power to wound. So how do you speak when you are interacting with other people? Are you cruel? Do you cut with your voice? Do you hurt and harm? Do you insult others? Are you quick to defend yourself with a cruel word? Because the voice is a very, very powerful thing. So did I drop? Yeah, I dropped the book. Hang on one second. It fell in our last thing. Sorry about that. Okay. The voice of the silence, this voice that's in here. If you're quiet enough, you can hear that. So I believe that before the voice can speak in the presence of the masters, it's not about you speaking in the presence of the masters, like some spiritual, oh, thank you, Larry. Oh, thank you so much. You know what? Sometimes I just feel I have no idea what I always feel I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm really grateful that you're even sticking around long enough, because I think if I would have stumbled across these, perhaps I would have found what I was looking for earlier. And that's why I'm trying to help get the message out there. So I'm doing this because I feel this crushing compassion for all beings on our planet. I really do. And I feel I have to do something about it. I can't just not do something. And the only thing that I do have is an ability to speak. And I've been speaking all my life. I started out doing singing telegrams, then I did stand-up comedy, then I was a tour guide at Universal Studios, then Hearst Castle, then radio and TV. And I'm thinking, okay, well, let's do something that matters. So that's why I do these. So anyway, the voice here, before the voice can speak in the presence of the masters. I don't think it's you, I'm not, or us, speaking in the presence of the masters. Some spiritual superhero that's supposed to come in from the clouds. I think that somehow we got the fairy tale mixed up in reality there. Before the voice can speak in the presence of the masters, who are the elder brothers of humanity. These are the avatars, these are the sages, these are the wise men that have come, and women who have come before, are here now, and will come again to benefit humanity. So when you hear the word masters, it's not about special people being all special somewhere special. They're certainly not on YouTube with followers. If you know their first and last name and they're driving a Rolls Royce and they have a gold ceiling, it's probably not them. But a lot of them think that it is. And I think that that's human nature. Human nature, because once you even begin to study these things and become these things, it feels really, really good. And I can see the corruption coming in the ancient religions and in the New Age movement and in the New Thought movement and in the New Age guru movement. So anyway, where are they getting this stuff? They're getting it in here. They're getting it in here. This is where this stuff comes from. It's ancient. This book was written, this is at the last part of the 1900s. This is 130 years old as well. It goes way back, all the way back to, they can trace it all the way, the sayings of the Ancient One. You can go, hi there, Illuminative, welcome, welcome, oh, welcome. Okay, so we're just doing a little bit of the beginning of Light on the Path. If you'd like your free copy, they're available in the Yogi Theosophy bookshop. Thank you, Nick. Again, let's just finish here. Before the voice can speak in the presence of the masters, it must have lost the power to wound. Now, what is coming out of your mouth? What are you saying? And what are you thinking? You know, what are you thinking when you speak? It's your words and your thoughts are powerful things. Thoughts are living forces. Choose them wisely. Pay attention to what you're saying and thinking, because you are literally creating your world. I know you've heard that before in The Secret, and everybody's manifesting red cars and stuff like that. It works like that if you want it to, I guess. But the most important thing is to pay attention. You're the creator of your life. What you are thinking and saying is literally creating and shaping your life. That's your navigator. Okay. It must have lost the power to wound. And this one here is so important. Before the soul can stand in the presence of the masters. Okay. The masters, again, teachers, elder brothers, you know them by many names. You already know many of the ones that are commonly known. There are also quite a few of them that are here to help humanity that are unknown and work on different planes. I know that sounds weird, different planes of existence to benefit humanity. And it is not a good old boys club. You don't have to pay anything. This spark, this life force, this source is within everything, every living being. So this spark, you're a part of it as well. We share this path. We are partners on this path, you and I. I'm only a fellow student who has obviously, I have a little bit of courage to come out here and do this and share these teachings. I hope you will do the same. I've had people write and say, oh, well, you would teach me. I can't teach you anything. You can find out for yourself, and I can point you to where the book is in the library. That's what I'm doing here. And I also have voiced the teachings so people who can't read can hear them. I want to be of service, so that's why I'm here. Anyway, before the soul can stand in the presence of the masters, the teachers, the sages through the ages, and that is also in here. The ultimate sage is inside you. It is that voice in the silence. So before you can stand, the soul, the energy that is animating the physical body, it must be washed in the blood of the heart. Now, I take that to mean, this is only my understanding, to be washed in the blood of the heart. If we take it literally, it's a little gory, and a lot of people take their religious texts literally. But these are written in metaphorically, metaphysical poetry, to be digested not by the brain so you can memorize it and repeat it and spout it out here. The blood of the heart is pain. Pain, psychological pain, is the usher and the parent of wisdom. If you allow it to be, pain is the soul shaper. And it was through a very painful period. Hearing the books helps to glean a different unfolding of the information. Yes. And you know what? When I listen back, or if I revisit a text that I absolutely know that I have read it through and through, I will revisit it and it reveals something completely different. And I didn't even know that that was possible. I'm not kidding you. Especially, oh, this is cheeky. It's super cheeky and immature and naive of me to even think that this text could be voiced. But I voiced it. I put it up, I voiced it, and I thought it would take just a matter of weeks. It took months because it was, and I even listened back to chunks of it and I go, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Not my voice, the teachings. I don't think anyone can voice the voice of the silence, but I was naive enough to do so. And during that time that I was voicing it, so I could put it up here on YouTube, I learned, and I'm just very humbled at being able to even spend this time with it. Hi there, Orange Peel. Hi there, sweetheart. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so we only did a tiny bit, and I've already gone on for 21 minutes. And the reason I'm late on this broadcast is because I accidentally broadcast this entire episode on the wrong channel. I know. Anyway, okay, so the masters, again, people who have come before, further evolved spiritual men and women, incarnate, who are here to benefit humanity, the elder brothers. You know, in A Course in Miracles, they talk about the elder brother. A lot of the elders, okay, those who have come here whose purpose is to help put compassion back into the earth. They're here to serve humanity. And for example, the near-death experiences. This is a big thing. This is really popular now. Near-death experiences. Everybody is so excited about that. That's great. What are all these people coming back and saying? Other than the ones that are spun for the religious, whatever. They're coming back and they're saying, go back and share this message of unconditional love, of compassion, of unity, of oneness, of empathy and understanding. Okay, so if you are into the near-death experiences at all, and or if you've had one and you understand, then where can you find more? If you want to find out more, well, I would highly suggest studying these ancient teachings, applying them, becoming them, and spending time with them. And me, I'm only a fellow student, so we share the path together. We are partners. We're students together. A lot of people say, well, you have to say you're a teacher. I'm not teaching. I can't teach you. I can't initiate you. I can't do anything except tell you where the information is and highly recommend that you apply it yourself. And I remove my name from this. It doesn't matter who I am. It doesn't. Remember, the platform that the ancient wisdoms are to be taught from are meant for the teachings. They're meant for the teachings, not the teacher. Okay, I didn't even have a sip of tea, but I love you, and I see a few of you are still there. If you can, give me a few moments. I will be able to get down and put the links up here where you can go to the bookshop, the digital bookshop. These will always be free. They're also available here and on the YouTube channel if you wish to listen to them. And there are endless texts, sacred texts. There are also those that have been hijacked and misused, but you just trust here, listen here, and I believe you'll find your way. And I'm really honored to be able to be with you, and I love you very, very much. So all of you who stayed the whole time, thank you. I love you. And we'll do another one. Let me know what time works best for you, because I chose Friday afternoon. I have no idea. I know there's some people in India and the Americas, but I'm on GMT time. So tell me what you think works best, and know that I adore you and I am very grateful for you. So let's have our cup of tea together. Australia. Oh, welcome from Australia. How far are we apart? 18 hours or something like that? Welcome from Australia. Welcome. We'll do another one of these. Tell me what days and times work for you. And if you haven't gotten your copy, they're free. Just go to the Yogi Theosophy bookshop, or you can find them anywhere online, just make sure you get the original copy. This one I think is from the Light on the Path was written down in 1885, and it came through a woman named Mabel Collins. So she gives her initials MC. Thailand. Welcome from Thailand. Nick, I wanted to, works for, oh, bless you, Orange Peel. Oh, lots of love going out to Colorado. I love you. And we'll do this again. And if you wish, I have things I'm on over on Periscope and Instagram and all that stuff. I try to do what I can to get these messages out. So if you can, share, help. If you'd like to be a part of it, let me know. Become a Yogi Theosophist wherever you are. I love you. And I'll see you later. I'm sorry I was late. Bye. I love you. How do you end this?